非常好. Well, I think that I hope that by the end of this first year of Chinese, that all the students are able to have some basic survival Chinese, that they can go to China, that they can get their way around the country, they can buy tickets, train tickets, they can hail a cab, they can order food, things like that. I would like them to be able to go there and not just have like a tourist experience, but more of an immersive experience and using the language to their advantage. Last line, li li is like each grain of rice. This is the character for rice. So it's like each grain, each piece of rice. Jie, to get these grains of rice, what did it take? 接辛苦, the work that it took. 辛苦. 辛苦 is like a really nice way to say that somebody's been hardworking, right? It's a good way of saying thank you too. Instead of saying 谢谢 all the time. If somebody does a favor for you, maybe like at a store or something like that, you could say 辛苦你了, 辛苦你了. Like, oh, thanks. It's like you're working hard, right? You're so hardworking, and they'll be like, 没有,不会,没有. Like they'll deny that they're working hard, but it's a very polite way to say 辛苦,辛苦你了. Thanks for your hard work. 好,粒粒, each grain, the work that it took to get each grain. 好,可以吗?谢谢. Very beautiful poem. I think that you learn how to study. You truly learn what it means to prepare for, kind of a moment of truth. If you know the words and you know how to pronounce them and you know how to write them, it means that you've done your homework and you've taken it seriously, and I think you pick up a lot of those study skills that'll make you successful in college.
I was just really curious about it after I took multiple other languages, and I just got curious about this one. So.
Is it you?
No, I mean, we didn't hear that. You didn't do it that
I don't know. I didn't hear you at all that time. Okay, fair enough. I won't put you on the spot. 没问题. Shh, it's all part of the process. 谢谢. 来,我们继续. Let's continue. 不,他不是学生.
他不是学生.
很好,谢谢. 来,下一页. Next page. I started studying Chinese in college, and I knew that I believe they had another foreign language requirement, and I knew that I wanted to fully learn another language. And so I took Spanish in high school. My family has like a little bit of a French background, and so I just wanted something different. And I told my advisor either Chinese or Japanese, just something like to see what it's all about. And my first Chinese class, and from then on, I loved the language. I had a really great professor, and it just kind of like, it became my passion and my hobby, and I've just feel like there's so many benefits to learning about Chinese and Chinese culture that that's what kept me going.
My favorite part is definitely has to be the pinyin. The fact that you can have so much within one symbol makes me question why we don't do that. A pinyin is basically a symbol form for a word, but simplified. So, say you have dog. I don't know what the pinyin for dog is, but you would have a symbol for dog. And if there wasn't a symbol for that, you would add 2 other pinyins to make that pinyin.
We start off with a pretty basic classroom routine. You know, you come in, you've got to warm up there. And I like to just, it's stuff that we've already learned, so the numbers is where we started. And it's just a good way to refresh your memory and practice a little bit, but just take it one step further. So instead of just writing down the numbers, we did some math with that. Today was addition, tomorrow will be subtraction, and then so on and so forth. And so it's like using those pieces in a different way to just keep it fresh in your mind so that you don't lose it.
I most likely don't think it will, but I will know some key features of Chinese that could help me, such as hi, how are you, and where am I?
I think that if I ever take a trip to China, or maybe there's something in my future, near future, that's business related, and somehow reason I have to go to China, it could benefit me because I would be able to speak. Okay.
他没有说完哦。
你是老师？
是，我是老师。再见，谢谢，可以吗？哎，不错，不错，不错。Thomas，请跟我说我。很好 ，Good。You get your 我 and your 五 confused. And so starting off with the numbers practice, then we do the date, just something consistently to start off that routine. And then what we did with the poem is each month you guys are required to study and learn, remember an ancient Chinese poem. And that's coming from a tradition where kids growing up in China, they're also required to do that. And they have to recite them by memory. And oftentimes they don't know exactly like 100% like what they're saying, but it's just part of that cultural tradition and getting kids like acclimated to, it'd be like anything here if we were required to memorize like a Robert Frost poem or something like that when you were a kid.
My favorite part of the class was our cooperation, how we stayed in the class, how we worked together, how we acted as a group and not did our own thing, like how we had a sentence back and forth with one group of the class to the other. That was nice. We don't do that much, but we do that sometimes. And
你是老师吗？
我不是老师。
你不是老师哦，他呢？
他是学生。
可以。She's a student，非常好。
My favorite thing I can say in Chinese is 我爱你爸爸, which is I love you, Dad.
My favorite thing to say in Chinese is budong, meaning I do not understand.